So you're very welcome here to the Mardyke Arena UCC for a very special day indeed. First of all, I'd like to welcome our VIPs here in attendance, Councillor Terry Shannon, Deputy Lord Mayor, Teresa Walsh, President of Basketball Ireland, Bernard Allen of Sport Ireland, of course Bernard O'Byrne, our Secretary General of Basketball Ireland, the Basketball Ireland board members, Cathal Garrity from Cork Local Sports Partnership, and of course the Ireland coaching staff and players. So without much further ado, I'm going to hand you over to the Basketball Ireland Secretary General Bernard O'Byrne for the announcement.
Thanks, Mary. I also want to Mary just forgot one person there, Patsy. We'd like to welcome Patsy as our partner in this great venture. I'm delighted to be here today on behalf of Basketball Ireland, and actually also representing FIBA to make this announcement, because it is an official announcement. Just before I make it, I'd just like to say a quick few words about the strategy that Basketball Ireland has engaged in over the last 4 or 5 years to rebuild the sport, but more than that, to drive it forward, both nationally and internationally. Nationally, over the last period, we've seen the National League grow significantly in numbers and in support, especially in Munster, in Cork and Kerry, but also right around the country. And we now have teams up in Letterkenny, back in Sligo, down the Midlands. There's a fantastic enthusiasm and growth going on nationally. We have re-engaged with most of the international squads, and they are up and running. Recently we formed 7 regional academies for the future of the game. So there's huge positivity domestically around basketball. We also had a parallel strategy internationally. In 2014, we secured a place on the FIBA International Finance Commission, which is, as you may gather, is a very important committee within FIBA, and it allows us to be in the room when decisions are being made, and it also allows us to network with the key players in European and world basketball. That was in 2014, and the knock-on, if you like, or the continuation of that was in 2016, when we hosted the FIBA General Assembly, and 52 countries came to Dublin, and we hosted them, and we showed them how we could host a major event like that, and it was hugely positive. Then in 2017, we had the magnificent performance of our under-18 women in Dublin in the European Championships, when they took the silver medal. It was all absolutely fantastic, and now it leads on to 2018, when we have been awarded the hosting of the Small Nations. I should also remark that we did get other silver medals in 2016, when the 3-on-3 team, when the senior women picked up a silver medal, but that kind of a little bit went under the radar, but they will be centre stage come next summer. So we're really looking forward. The original permission or hosting was given to Dublin, but we had a discussion among ourselves and said, wouldn't it be great if we could move it outside Dublin, and especially if we could bring it to Cork. Cork has for many, many years, long before my time, has been a hotbed of Irish basketball, and we feel that we're going to get tremendous support with this tournament. We will have 7 or 8 nations coming here in June, and it'll all be played in this magnificent venue here in the Mardyke. I would like to compliment Patsy Ryan and his team here. We had a formal FIBA inspection about a month ago because they needed to sign off on the switch from Dublin to Cork. They don't know what a fine place Cork is, so we had to show them that and convince them of that. And everything was fine. There's 1 or 2 issues that we're still working on, but they're not major issues. And it was significant that the head of that delegation, Radmila, said to me going back on the train that really one of the big things that they look at when they're deciding to award a championship is the people that they're going to be dealing with. Because infrastructure and courts and everything is one thing. Having professional, dedicated, enthusiastic people is absolutely crucial. And that's what she witnessed when we came and made that inspection. So this is a partnership between Basketball Ireland and UCC Mardyke Arena. We had our first local organisation committee meeting this morning at 12 o'clock. So we're up and running, and we're really looking forward to coming down and having a magnificent tournament. So it just falls to me then to officially announce that the Small Nations Tournament European Championships for 2018 will be staged at this venue, the UCC Cork, Mardyke Arena, and we'd like to congratulate everybody who has helped us to do that. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bernard. So next I'd like to welcome Councillor Terry Shannon, Deputy Lord Mayor, to make a speech.
Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. I got a great bit of advice about public speaking years ago. Stand up, speak up and shut up. So I'll hope to do that in short order. I just want to welcome a few people. Teresa Walsh, who's President of Basketball Ireland, Bernard Allen, former Lord Mayor of Cork and former Sports Minister, and someone who is very much associated with basketball and who made a huge contribution in his time to sport in our city. And I want to quickly welcome and just say how delighted personally I am to see you here, Bernard, and thank you for the contribution that you've made to sport in Cork over many years. I think we should give you a special full of us. Bernard O'Byrne, the General Secretary of Basketball Ireland, Cathal Geraghty, who's from the local sports partnership. Basketball Ireland board members are here, and indeed coaching staff and players. Willie Weir is here also on behalf of UCC, and Sean is here on behalf of the sports awards around the city as well. It's a great privilege for me as deputising for the Lord Mayor of Cork to be here to be part of this great event, and I want to congratulate everybody who's associated with it. We regard ourselves in Cork as a sporting city, and I don't think I need to tell anybody that. You know, we have some great local, national and international sports heroes right across all the disciplines, whether it's in soccer, rugby, GAA and indeed basketball. And it's great to see that at least as one organisation can put an international bid together and actually get it positively accepted. So I want to congratulate Basketball Ireland for doing that and for bringing it here to Cork. As I say, we regard ourselves as a city of sport. Clearly from our point of view in Cork City Council, we lead many local authorities around the country in terms of our commitment to sport through our sports officer, who mentors and helps local clubs of all disciplines around the city in terms of administration and the like, and indeed our own sports committee, which is made up of members of Cork City Council, where over many years we've been in a position to deliver sports capital grants to local clubs which are below the national lottery grants, and I know myself from my own area of the city, they've made a tremendous contribution to the development of sport in our communities. And I think we all know that the more young people particularly that are involved in sport, the better they are from a socio and mental point of view, and I think that's very important and is part of what you're doing as well. But we like to promote sport right across this society, whether you're a young person in middle age or indeed a bit more senior. Part of what we do as a designated healthy city, a UNESCO healthy city, is to be a city of sports and of activity. So anything that brings international sports to the city is to be welcomed, and it's something that we certainly wholeheartely support. I want to wish everybody associated with this bid every success. I want to congratulate Patsy, who started out many years ago over in Leisure World and has left a huge legacy in Leisure World itself. But having come here, we've seen the Mardyke Arena develop in leaps and bounds, and I know that with the leadership of Patsy and the staff here, it's tremendous to look around and see the young people outside, some senior people below swimming, but the place being used on a constant basis. It's tremendous, and it's because of this facility that the championships are coming to Cork this summer. And so Patsy, you're to be congratulated on all you're doing as well. So just from my point of view, on behalf of the Lord Mayor of Cork, on behalf of City Council, may I suggest we like to host foreign, as we might call them, and anyone outside Cork City we regard as foreign, as you know, Bernard. But we would like maybe, it might be a good idea to host a civic or Lord Mayor's reception in City Hall at the start of the championships, and maybe you'll liaise with the Lord Mayor's office in that regard. We do like to bring people into City Hall and to, you know, extol the virtues of Cork, because while there'll be a couple of hundred people coming for these championships, we like to promote our city as well as a destination city. So hopefully, you know, they'll experience some of the pleasures of our city while they're here as well. So we certainly would like to offer you that, General Secretary, that we would love to host a Lord Mayor's reception. So can I just thank everybody for coming. It's great to see the media here as well, my constituent down there, and all other members of the media. It's great to promote this, and by doing that promote our city, and we look forward to a very successful event later on this summer. Garvey, Mardyke Arena. Thank you.
Thanks a million. And finally, I may have forgotten him first time around, but I definitely won't forget him this time. I'd like to welcome Patsy Ryan from Mardyke Arena UCC.
Good afternoon, Deputy Lord Mayor Terry Shannon, President of Basketball Ireland Teresa Bunch, Bernard Allen, you're very welcome here today, Bernard O'Byrne, Secretary General of Basketball Ireland, and to everybody else who's turned up here this afternoon, you're very, very welcome. Could I just mention one person who slipped in very quietly just at the beginning, and that's John Mullins. John is the well-known Cork national and I suppose international businessman. And I mention John because in December, John will take over as the chairman of the board of directors of Mardyke Leisure, which is the company that runs the arena. So having somebody of the calibre of John coming in as chairman shows how serious we are about the business that we do here in the arena. This is a great day for Cork. It's a great day for the Mardyke Arena. It's a great day for University College Cork because the hosting of any event here in Cork, here in the arena, is special to us. But the hosting of the European Championships is going to be really something to look forward to for the next 6 months. It's a culmination of years of hard work here in the arena, supported by the university, supported by the local community, supported by the students, in developing a facility that is really truly world class. We have a lot of visitors from all over the world. Over 100 countries are represented by students who study in UCC, and in a recent report carried out on 172 universities worldwide, the question was asked of students, international students, to look at the place that they would most like to study. And there was 100 criteria set up in the study, and one of the criteria was sports facilities. And of the 172 universities worldwide, UCC were ranked as #1 in that criteria. So that is something very significant, and I think, as Bernard has alluded to, when FIBA were here, and indeed Basketball Ireland, I think they were impressed with the overall facilities that we have to offer. Yes, we have a few things to do between now and the championships, but it's something that we will look forward to do. We have a good history going back since we opened in 2001 with basketball, because in our early year we were part of a tripartite agreement with the university, the Mardyke Arena and UCC in signing Blue Demons to become the anchor tenant from a basketball team point of view here in the arena. And indeed, for the first 3 years of that agreement, Mardyke Arena UCC were the team sponsor and were known as Team Mardyke Arena. That turned out to be a very successful 3-year sponsorship deal with, I think it was 2 cups and 2 under-19 cups and a National League title, so it was very, very good. And while I'm on that sponsorship, I would like to mention and acknowledge the great achievement this year of Cork City Football Club, because again, we have just entered with the university into a 3-year partnership with them, and they obliged us this year with a league and cup double. So maybe, you know, it's a good omen to be in some type of partnership with the Mardyke Arena. So look, I don't have a lot more to say. I'd like to welcome Mark, the head coach with the Irish women's team, and the Irish players who are here today, and the Irish manager. I'd also like to welcome Pauline Gilheany. Pauline is the general manager of campus accommodation, and in our original bid to Basketball Ireland, we said that we would work in partnership with other campus companies in the university. So Pauline is the general manager of the accommodation, and we will be using her accommodation for teams, and also the sports centre, and Terry Brennan where we will be doing some functions with him. So it's very much a partnership approach. We look very much forward to working with Basketball Ireland, and they have the experience of the underage championships in Dublin last year, and we will rely heavily on them in terms of building on their experience. So look, there's very little else to be said from my end other than we look forward to the challenge. We look forward to a local committee working with us. We look forward to working with Basketball Ireland, and we look forward to working with FIBA and hopefully presenting to everybody the best championships that this country has ever seen. So thank you very much.
Thanks a million, Patsy, and indeed everyone who has attended today. And that's it, folks. So it's official. We are coming to Cork for the FIBA Europeans next year. So we look forward to seeing you all then. Thank you.